Hello, this is Joe Novickis from highschoolinvesting.com. I'm going to walk you through some of the things you could do as a teacher in the website. The first thing you're probably most interested in is creating a challenge for your students. So you just go up to the top left here once you're logged in, and you go down to where it says create challenge. And once you create a challenge, you could name your challenge. You can describe it, enter how many people, and then you get to decide how much money you want involved. The minimum stock for buying, I always set that at $10. The minimum stock for shorting, I also set that usually for $10. That way they avoid penny stocks. You have a start and end date, trading start and end date. You can make it public or private. If you make it private, it'll ask for a password. And then you could go through the other options on what you want to do. The nice thing is you could allow for diversity in the portfolio. So in this case, I have equities selected, and then I set my commission, and then they could put no more than 25% into one trade, 10%, and you have many different options here that you could then select from. You could also do options and futures if you want to get into those things, bonds, mutual funds, stuff like that. So when you're all done, you just hit create, and then your challenge will be created. So here's one that we did. I did September trades with the students. And the September trades drill, this is the nice part. Once you have the challenge kind of set up, if you go into the report section and go to rank, it will have the rankings of where everyone's at and with their portfolio value. But the nice thing, if I go in here and hit view more, I could look at all the open positions the student has. I could look at the transactions that they have set, their detailed balance of all the different things going on in the account, and then I could look at their realized profit loss. So these are the trades that the student has actually executed, so that this is something that you would see as if you got an actual account statement. Another nice feature also is you could export the information. Any of these reports could go to an Excel file if you'd like to save it and have it in shared Excel document or Google form. So that's kind of the major things with the reports. You could also go in there, and another feature you have if you go into reports, you could actually create account statements for your students. So if you go into reports, and you could actually export account statements, and from there you could have individual statements for each of your students and how they're doing. It also gives you top traded securities by the different things that are going on. You'd have to put a date range in. So we finished this one in class a while back, so I'd have to probably go back to early September and update it. And then you could kind of get an idea on what students are trading, what they're not. So my students have been trading Tesla, Apple, McDonald's, Netflix, Facebook, Nike. It's another neat little feature that you have there. What's really exciting also now is once you create a challenge, within the challenge you could actually create an assignment. So if you go to the assignment piece here, you could go to where it says create new assignment, and then you just put it under one of the challenges that you've created. So if I go to investing class practice and I type in name of the assignment, maybe we'll call it mutual funds. And what I have to do then is I scroll down here, I put a date that I want them to do the assignment, and then there's different videos, there's different assignments, and all the assignments, all the articles have quizzes on them. So for the student to get credit, they have to pass and answer all the questions correctly. And you can see all the different examples of assignments that are in here as you kind of scroll down. You have little videos here that we've developed for you. They're kind of fun little interactive 2-minute videos on different topics on trading. And then you have personal finance, and then you also have economics quizzes. So there's a lot to choose from in here, a lot of stuff you could kind of assign out. So let me go back to the mutual fund. So if I go, what is a mutual fund? And then I create it. I'm going to just type in mutual funds too, because I might have one in there already. I'm going to hit create, and then the assignment then is created. So when students log in and they're under your class, they'll be able to go in and take the assignment as they kind of go through. So here's the assignment, what is a mutual fund, and then when they go in, they take it, and once it's done, they're going to view the report card and it's going to say that they have 100% completion there. So it's a really cool feature of the website, and you can manage all the assignments in here and kind of see what students are doing. So here's the assignment I just created, Mutual Funds 2, and you can see here all the people in my class. And right now, obviously, I just created it, so there's 0% completion. But as soon as they read that assignment and answer the questions correctly, they'll get a completion grade. So to actually see the assignment, if you just go up to My Portfolio and Assignments, this is what it would look like on the student end. So the student clicks on the assignments, and then there it is. What is a mutual fund? And then when they hit View, the assignment will then pop in. It says mutual funds, and it has a definition, types of mutual funds, open-ended mutual funds, and all the different pieces about mutual funds. And when you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see the questions. And so you just hit next question, and then it starts a 5-question quiz. So when you answer all the questions right, it will then send the results back to the teacher. So you could also go in there, which is kind of neat, you could also go in there and when you create an assignment, we'll go back to the assignment tab here. So assignments. And then create a new assignment. Another neat feature is if you just want them to maybe trade. If you kind of scroll down here, you could put different types of orders in, and you want them to, let's say, use 4 different limit orders to be executed, or you want them just to trade U.S. stocks or short stocks. You could create an assignment off of that. And so once they make all the trades that you want them to make, it will mark it as complete. So this website is really exciting. It's a lot of resources in there. You could go in a lot of different directions. You could challenge other schools in your area. You could compete in our competitions. Right now, I know we're competing against a school that's participating. So we're having a lot of fun with it. So email me at joe@highschoolinvesting.com if you have any questions. And looking forward to hearing from you.